Hello my friends, Anna Sabramowitz here, and I help learning experience designers and instructional designers create learning they can be proud of and is interactive, engaging, and uses stories. Alright, let's get into this today. You're going to find this video super helpful. I'm going to walk you through the process that a lot of my customers struggle with, and it is the process of engaging with a subject matter expert to pull out some awesome information from them to create an interactive outline. Okay, so let me walk you through this awesome process. And I have to tell you, this isn't something that just came to me one day. This is as a result of me coming up with something that was very engaging and interactive, that was very provocative, and it inspired a lot of people. And we call it Broken Coworker, so you can look that up if you want. But one of the things that happened is that when I first launched it, I really wasn't confident in not only the model that I was using, that I used to create something that was really awesome, but also I wasn't confident in myself to pitch that to my clients and to implement this process basically with subject matter experts who were experts in their area, but we're not experts in interactivity, in storytelling, in instructional design, in learning experiences. They were subject matter experts in their area, but what I did is I doubted myself. So for a long time, this process wasn't clear to me, and for a long time I struggled with it. And then basically over years of hitting my head against the wall, I thought something needs to change. I need to improve this because I love what I do, and this is my life's work, and I just want to make sure that it's as enjoyable for me and produces the kinds of results that I want to manifest in this world, right? You want to do stuff that makes you proud, but also helps other people's lives. That's what we do as learning designers. So this process, this system I'm going to show you is a result of me saying I want to do great work without having to feel like at the end of the day that I gave up everything I had and it was like a forced thing, a forced event. Without it, I want to feel energized and I want to feel good at the end of each project, right? So this is basically the result of that, right? 10 years basically. So you get to skip that struggle and see my process. So first of all, when we are working with experts, what I want you to think about, and these fabulous human beings who are willing to lend us their brains. And the thing is, what makes a subject matter expert? These are practitioners. They're not people who have been removed and are working in a separate office away from other practitioners in some isolated space someplace. These are people who are applying on the job, who are working in it. They're applying and also in a place where you want your target learner to be. So when I say subject matter expert, I'm really talking about a top performer, practitioner, somebody who's come on fairly recently even and has applied and done so successfully. You're like, what is that person doing? What is that person doing every day that I can incorporate into my training? So basically what I'm doing is I'm talking to these people and producing. I'm just going to put rev.com here because that's the service I use to transcribe my conversations with these experts, and I have a transcript then. By the way, rev.com is awesome, so if you're not using a transcription service right now that you already rely on, this is a good one to go to. So the thing that's happening is when I get this transcript, this isn't some sort of a random conversation. This is not me having a chit-chat and exploring. This is me basically having a very structured conversation that basically extracts these people's stories without them even knowing into the script, which I then turn into basically another thing. It's going to be a beat sheet. This is really what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my script. I go into my script because I've you know, and I got to tell you, this is where this was a big epiphany for me, because I used to let the subject matter experts and the people that were my research subjects, I let them dictate what went into my the design. I let them dictate what that's going to look like. People who have no idea what I'm actually ever going to build, right? The big epiphany for me was when, instead of me trying to offload my anxiety of not knowing what I'm going to build, offload it onto these people here who are experts in their own thing, and now they feel pressured that they need to help me. Now I've offloaded that. Basically what I'm doing now is just using them exclusively as research subjects. They give me their expertise, they lend me their brains without having the overwhelm of now being a part of my big learning project. So, totally awesome, and also took off a ton of anxiety from me and the way I design, because now I'm sourcing them for information, not sourcing them for learning design, you know, decisions, because that's not their expertise, it's mine now, right? So after that, what you're basically doing is you're creating this outline of this awesome hero's journey. And that's basically what your scenario is going to be based on, is somebody's transformation from being one way to this way. You know, your perfect person, the person who's figured it out, who's doing the right things, all those things. That's what's happening. And what I can do, what's awesome, is that way you want to interview more than one person, is you can cherry pick, you know, the pieces that really resonate well, you know, and that you recognize them in your script. You're like, yeah, that's a great story piece. That's a great turning point. That's a great beat. Because everything in your beat sheet, everything is cause and effect. Everything is, every single situation or decision that you make is causes something else to happen. It's like a chronological story. Like, this happened, and then this happened, and because of that, this happened. And that lends itself absolutely beautifully to scenarios, because what in essence are scenarios? It's something that happens and you have to make a decision. So then after that, after I have this beat sheet, then I'm going to keep consistent here with my colors. Then I move into my interactive outline. All right, and the interactive outline is basically a combination of the story plus the interactivity that needs to take place in order for you to build something that's actually engaging and also gives that person the opportunity to have agency, which is basically the ability for them to choose and make decisions and learn from the consequences of those decisions. So obviously this is a high-level overview of my process. And if this is something that you want to learn more about, get really good at, and get basically help from me about it, then I'll put the link underneath the video so that you can book a call with me. Now, a lot of people when I talk to them finally, they're like, I hesitated for a long time, Anna, because I've been following you for years on like the YouTube channel, or I didn't really know if I could do it. So I'm a real person. You get to talk to me on these calls. So go for it, book that session. And then we can talk about how you can implement this in your own work, how you can basically make this your own process. Skip that 10 years of me hitting my head against the wall and create the kinds of learning that you can be proud of. Okay? All right, so I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. And if you enjoyed this video, share it. All right, and I'll talk to you very soon. Take care. Bye.